So I'm going to be focusing mainly on the yen pairs and maybe the Aussie and Kiwi and Dollar CAD. This week I said that I'm expecting bullish dollar yen prices. I didn't get on board it, but the way prices unfold is now it's made it even clearer. So I sort of got a confirmation that most likely the higher probability trade setup will be dollar yen going up and yen weakness across the board. So I think that's going to be one of the biggest movers this week, with this coming week. So if you look where dollar yen came into, I mean, I'm just going to mark it out roughly now. This daily block, right? It's coming to spiked up. So then we had this. So mark at the low here is 109.112 at a stop rate of the lows. Call it a double bottom, but I like to see these stop rates, right? 109.112 and a nice push up. So for me to get on board would be, I want to see price move back into here. Look for some bullish PA and look for price movement upwards. First I'm going to go back to the monthly chart. So if we look at the monthly, we're coming to the monthly open now. We've wicked this nice wick. We're in around the middle of the month, and now I'm expecting an expansion to the upside. This candle here is a nice, can be considered a monthly block, but it's a huge candle, so I don't really pay too much attention to that. But if you look at it, I mean, have you seen the open here? Hang on. If you look at the open, it's just sort of respecting it. Yes, we got we expected to 5-minute chart. You could see how nicely it's respecting it. So going to the weekly, let's see the weekly flow now. So you can see price has been selling off of the weekly blocks. Okay, so I'm going to do roughly mark that out. So you got to sell off there of that weekly block. So I'm using these weekly blocks just as targets, really, just identifying which block size is it really going into. If you look here, this is the main weekly block here. There. So we got that weekly block, price breaks down, pushes up, sells off. This weekly block here, the main candle, break down, push up, sell off. Yeah, so you can see nice movement up. Now where we want to really be focusing on is here. So if you look at this here, weekly block formed, coming off of what? So just look at the weekly flow. They love that weekly block. Up, sell off, block formed, boom, sell off, down, up into this weekly block again. So they're liking that sort of flow there to the weekly candle. So now looking forward, this makes sense for me to expect it to push up into that weekly block. Whatever it does after that, then it does after that, but I'm just looking for short term targets here, weekly block here. So this is where I'm looking for price to go to. Now we could get a seller from there, I don't know, but I'm expecting market to move there. So from current market, that's about 159, 160 ticks away. That would also line up nicely because it'll be taking out the stops from the previous weeks. So we took out last week's high here, then these stops above that week's high, and that week's high, then push up into there. Now if we can refine it even more, so I'm just gonna, so yeah, we got that there. So let's get rid of this. Okay, so where I'll be looking for price to go into is here, bullish PA. There's one thing I wanted to point out. I sort of lost it now, but doesn't matter. Yeah, so yeah, nice stop rate into there, fill the gap in, push up, shows here the buyers have stepped in, took out these lows, so price shouldn't go below here. Now what I'll be looking for is, so I'm just gonna refine this more. So mark at the high and open. So the high of this is 110.338. and then we're going to refine it down even more. So start off in the higher time frame, just break it down. And the open is 064. Okay, so here we're looking to buy. Going lower, low time frame, we've got this 4 hour block here. We've got this here, so as you can see, it's a nice area for, it's a nice support, well, resistance turn support area. So I'll be looking for price to move down into here. It could come down deeper and fill this in and come into here for a buy. So if we go closer, we mark our equilibrium. So the open is 064 and the close is 444. So 064 and 44. 50% comes in at 109.752. So we'll mark that out. One 752. Just mark that out just in case we go to low time frame. I'll know what it is in case I get too tied up with low time frame levels. So when I hover over that, I'll know, yeah, it's the daily equilibrium. So yeah, daily equilibrium, where does it come into? This cluster price action here, this consolidation here, which lines up nicely with what this. Ideally, I'd love it to come here as low as here. Wonder quick, if it opens on a Monday, quick drop, and then look for bullish PA to buy it up. That's if it's, you know, sometimes if it's a really strong market, it may not even come to this daily block. So I'll be just waiting. This is where ideally I wanted to get on board, but I'll see if it comes into here or there. I'll look for bullish PA wherever I get my bullish PA on the lower time frame, say H1 15 minutes, then I'll look to get on board. Now where is price likely to go? Well, I think we've come really deep into this block here, so I think we're gonna go higher. Now we've got I don't think this high is gonna hold, so we've still got this price action to fill in here, right? And this is that weekly block I've marked out. So from, like I said, from current price is about 150 160 ticks away. So from here, this is the bare minimum I want to use to get on board here. It's 210 ticks, and I'll explain what else supports the idea. So we've still got some inefficient movement, so we've got a bit of, you know, inefficient movement here. We've got this area here. So the stops, the next stops that they're gonna want to take obviously are this high here, short term, and this high here, this high here, this high here, and then we'll see what happens after that. Ultimately, if they really wants to continue up, these highs here, but for short term, what I'm looking for is these highs here into this weekly block. Whatever happens after that, I'll decide then. On a daily basis, so if I get rid of all this on a daily, I think price is gonna want to reach for here. So the low here is 113.23. 113.23. Call it 113.20, right? And as you can see, this daily block are respected here. So within the weekly blocks, these daily blocks can respect it here. Okay. So let me just clean that up. The low comes in 36. What's the high here? 36 to the tick. That is 363 to the tick. So ideally I'd like it to go here and fill all this in. So it makes sense. So what I'm looking for here, this kind of movement is similar to this here. We got that high there, that high there. It comes down, accumulates, and then boom, takes out these stops, fill the gap into the daily block here. With that high there, comes down, takes out these stops here, just like that, into a higher time frame bullish key level block, whatever you want to call it, and then lift off. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Same thing. So come here, lift off. So short-term targets are going to be here, here, and as price is going up, I know the upside targets are going to be this level there, then this level. So that's how, once you've got your high time frame levels marked out, you can then start hunting where it's trying to reach for. The short-term levels, then the higher time frame levels. Okay. Now, what I really like about the yen weakness is across the board, all the yen pairs are showing similar sort of price action. Let's go to the monthly for this pair. So we got two bullish monthly candles, right? And this is coming off of what? This bullish monthly block here. Okay. The way it's looking to me is it's gonna most likely want to continue up, and I'll get that confirmation sort of from a monthly basis is because above the open of this, and once that's creating a body, remember we're in the middle of the month, so there's a lot of time left. You know, the bulk of the body would probably form in the middle of the month to expand. So that's the monthly. Going into the weekly, we see how we're staying above this key level here. It'll become clear on the daily, so I like that. And we're finding support here, a previous resistance we found. So this is a key level, remember, it led to a 800 odd pip sell-off, so we're on there. Then going down to the daily, which gives more clarity. Yeah, so I like this level here. Okay, just because it's the most recent one here, but you can see the key area here, and we're finding consolidation here. So let's just zoom in on the lower time frame here. What I also like about this is this here. See this block here? If I mark this out, so this block was used to selling, so sell off, sell there, and then resistance there. That caused 124 to sell off. Now we're finding support here, so it didn't. It gave up the shorts. You know, were taken out. So previous support resistance becomes support. So now they're using that as a support level now. So let's go down to lower daily. So we're in that daily block zone here, and then let's look at this. This was the previous swing low here, the lowest of this range here. Let's mark that out. So that low here is 122.551. 122.51. Do that there. So I know when I'm trading it myself. There, mark our stop rate. See that? We come down, taking out these stops here within this daily block key support area now. I'm basically gonna want to look at this clean double top here, right? So from current market, that's 180 ticks away, which lines up with about 160 ticks on the dollar yen. So these are minimum targets I'm reaching for. Whatever happens after that, I don't care. I'll look at it then. But for now, I'm just marking short-term targets. I mean, longer term, I think if that gives in, then I don't think this is gonna hold. They're gonna want to take this out, and then they're gonna want to go into this, fill a bit of that void in. But I'm gonna remove that for now. I can include that later. For now, this is gonna be my target. So what's the high here? The high here comes in at the 80 level. Yeah, so I'd like 125.80. Okay, takes 125.8. Upside targets. Okay, so that's two yen pairs that are supporting my idea for yen weakness. Okay, how do I get on board this? Well, ideally I don't want this low to give in, so what I'll be looking for is the same as dollar yen, coming to this zone here. Okay, and then if I get bullish PA here, look to buy the fuck out of it and then send it up, and this is gonna be my target. So it all comes down to where I get my bullish PA, you know. So I'll have to wait. I don't know exactly where I'm going to enter right here. I'll have to let Monday unfold, or see if Monday, Tuesday unfold. I don't mind, you know. It doesn't matter if you miss the low, you know. Once you know the low is in, then it's easy because you know where price wants to reach for. So that's all that matters really. Once you know where price wants to reach for and the low is in, then you can just work around that, and even then later on you can get tighter risk to reward setups. Okay. So you know, intraday we're going to be aiming for filling in obviously this gap here, take out this stop there, this stop there, but ultimately we're going to be reaching that, and I think we could probably get there next week. If you look at our weekly range, just mark out, just you know, how much is a weekly candle. It's about 200 pips there, 200 pips, and that's, yeah, you know, we can easily do 200 pips weekly range. So there, so we've taken out the previous week's low, and closed above right in the middle. So what's that going to want to reach for? The next stops are going to be resting previous week's high. Short term stops are going to be here. So what's the high here is 124.704. 124.704. So that's not bad for a day trade. So target 1 there, target 2, target 3. Back to the dollar yen. I mean, look at the weekly candles. Nice. Took a previous week's low, closed above the previous week's high. It's looking very bullish to me. Like I said, I've marked out there. Same with pound yen. They're all doing the same fucking thing, really. If you look at the pound yen, I mean, pound is liking these breakers. Look at the floor. So we mark out this candle here, right? Comes in. Well, you get the picture. It's not the straight line. Okay, takes out this low, runs up. Let me get rid of this now. Same here. This candle led to this move down to take out these stops. This bullish candle led to this move down to take out these stops. Now what a price done? Come back into it, push back up. So where's the next area? So we've taken out last week's low, and then it's going to be the high. Take out the high there. So the high comes in at 143.092. So short term targets, obvious targets are going to be 143.092. See how nicely when you look at the weekly, just simplify shit down. These two candles can be considered as a 2-week block, the two bearish candles, but like this, right? So if I were just trading on weekly chart, go long here, stop loss there, and then target there. That's if I was, you know, trading for weekly. But obviously we're not fucking doing that. Going to the daily, yep. So if you go into the 4 hour, now those are traded. What I like about this is we made a low, a low, a low, higher low, right? Call it head and shoulders, call it whatever pattern you want. I like this. Okay, it's confirmed, broken up, broken mark structure. Now I want a retracement. Where do I want a retracement? Same as the other dollar yen pairs, yen pairs. Into here. It's going to lower time frame. Does it tonight do I get a, so when price comes into here, I quite like this block here. I'll be keeping my eye on this, right? It doesn't necessarily have to fill this in now, but I like this. And then the obvious targets are going to be here. I mean, look at that. So if I was to get long here, which is within that daily block, there, 200 odd pips. Hang on, how much is that? 200 odd pips, which is, you know, lines up with the others. So there, that high there, that is the previous week's high, and then see what happens after that. So dip down, ideally I'd like to see fast. I want to see a fast dip down across all the yen pairs, and I'll go into how I'm looking for a trigger. Same with Aussie yen. If you look at the Aussie yen, same thing. Aussie yen's really looking really strong to me. The commodity yen pairs are looking really strong to me. Ideally I'd like to get on one of those. So this is the daily block there. I don't think this is gonna hold. I think they're gonna want to take out this. I'll explain why in a bit. This high there. So look on the monthly. Look at that. That's just getting warmed up now. It's coming off of this monthly block here. See that there? Go on to the lower time frame. Yep. It's going off. It's gonna show you something. Yep. And I think it's gonna run reach for those stops here and then fill all this in. Fill this gap in here. So ideally what we're looking for the Aussie yen is the low here comes in call it 86.68, call it 86.65. Oh, wrong one. Okay, target 1 and then target 2, however you want to play it. Bring in a bit of fibs, high to low, yeah, 161.8 to 200% extension. Yeah, so that's what I'll be looking for there. From here, again, 200 odd pips is a common theme here. 200 pip ranges. CAD yen, same thing. Don't need to go over that. Now, what I like about this is the Nikkei, right? So if I'm expecting yen weakness, the Nikkei is gonna go up, isn't it? So if you look on the weekly basis, I mean, we are above this here. It's key level here. So mark out the body. See that resistance, solid resistance here. Come down, and what has it done? It's taken out the stops here, right? Yeah, big stops here. Okay. So those that are trading the range breakout, they're gonna think, okay. And a sign of a stop rate is if it immediately rejects and comes back up. Look at that, rejected, come back up. And I think where is they gonna look for? Look at this, look how clean that is. Yeah, I marked this out before. You can tell, monthly, daily. Move over. Look how clean that is. So that's gonna that further supports my yen weakness idea going into the week. So what's happened now? We've come into this daily block here, weekly block. Sorry. Took out that previous week low, and then now short-term targets are going to be this week's high. Okay. Yeah. You get the picture. The whole it's confluence, isn't it? It's the same thing happening again and again and again across all the yen pairs. So I like this support here, this block here. The open of it was used as resistance here, support. So low, lower low, higher low, push up, take out that, and then obviously reach for that level there. So those are the yen pairs. What also supports my idea is what's going on in gold. So if you look at gold, monthly basis, right? This monthly is starting to open up the candle. The body of the candle is starting to expand now. So I think the high probably isn't for now. And now we're looking for expansion. Obvious stops are going to be this low here. But I'm just happy to just play it on a short-term basis. I mean, I do think probably go higher later on, but for now I'm just seeing lower prices, so I'm not gonna start predicting here it's gonna come here then rip $100 or whatever. Just play our price action. I've learned my lesson in this environment. I'm getting burnt too hard expecting big swings and predicting highs and lows. I'm just waiting for the top to be placed in and then breakdowns and entering from there. That's a weekly block. Now we notice about this weekly block is a nice on a daily and or a H4 is a nice accumulation area, right? It's a nice accumulation area. So I'm just gonna mark it out like this. I like this area here. See that here, right? Nice accumulation in there, and then the big move up. I'm expecting market to drop into here at least. These are minimum targets, right? Minimum there. And then here as well. Okay, reason why this accumulation here, this block of price action here, right, led to push up, and then it found support here. Where did it find support? So I'll mark this up. Okay, that's another new technique I've sort of picked up using quadrants, and it's fucking amazing, but let's not go into that now. So this area here was used as support, the top half of this accumulation area, and then boom, rip up, and this literally took it out by less than a tick, but it did its job. Sell off. Everybody was expecting higher price in here, and if it's gonna go higher, I think it's gonna want to take out this, because this low here at least, because this accumulation was the one that led to the move up. So the stops are gonna be resting here, right? And it looks similar to this sell-off here. And what they've also left in is this bit of inefficiency here, a bit of a gap to play. So if they decide to take it lower, so it's going to be target 1 and then this target here, because there's a bit of a gap here, which is the top of the accumulation area. And if they want to really send it down lower, it's going to be this low taken and then here. Okay, so I don't really trade gold, but I look at it just to see how I'm going to play the yen pairs. If gold goes down, then obviously I'm looking for dollar yen longs. So during the week we had this spike up and I wasn't convinced. I was watching it in FOMC but I didn't take it. I mean, I'm not going to trade the FOMC, but yeah, spike up and then into that block there, and this breaker here, sell off. So I'll be looking for, if we go to the daily, yeah, I'll be looking for price to come up into possibly this area here, this zone here. Give me, and then down like that. That's what I'll be looking for. Okay, so something like that, yeah. And I might take this, I don't know, but ideally I'm using this for dollar yen purposes. Okay, similar with silver. I'm not gonna go into detail with it, but I think it's gonna go lower, just the way it's looking to me. I had this marked out previously, and when it was down here I was aiming for this target. Reason why, weekly block here, right, touches it, and then most likely it's gonna want to take out this low here, the way it's looking to me. So if you look at this, if this was gonna go up, in my opinion, right, so we've got a low and then a high and then a higher low and then a higher high and then boom, breaks that down. So instead of seeing this as a market structure break, I'm seeing this as a stop rate now, because we've come down and taken this out. So naturally where it's gonna want to go, so, and it's retraced back up, lower high, so lower low expected here. Simple market structure breakdown, nothing technical about this. So if it's gonna come down, get momentum down, then we're gonna take this out, and then who knows after that. Okay, Euro Aussie, looking at the monthly now, I like these. Instead of trading the euro, I'm seeing more clarity in the euro crosses. Hang on, let me quickly go to the Aussie dollar first, right? Aussie dollar is pretty clear. I think it's gonna wanna go into here. Okay. Yep. Minimum target is here. Minimum 76, 7700, 7690s, 7700. Minimum target. You can see the flow is obviously bullish, judging from here into this daily block. If you look on the week, if you look on a monthly, right, I'm gonna do a monthly analysis on this. If I draw 50% of this, right, the body of this, okay, actually screw that. 50% leads to these lows here. Can't be bothered going into detail, to be honest with you. We've come down into this monthly block here, right? So low, and then a lower low, and then this monthly higher low. So swing low forming. This could be a big bullish candle up now. We could get, I mean, obvious stops are resting here. I mean, it's unbelievable. I was so, you know, and remember we've been in consolidation for ages, so it makes sense for it to go up to there. But short term, I'm only looking for this. Right? I've been looking for these targets here. When price was going here, I thought it was going to take out, and then big retracement back down, and then a push up. So going forward, this is going to be the area clean stops, and then obviously those sides. So you tackle one stop at a time. So yeah, there's a bit of a void here to fill in, and then yeah. So looking at this, I mean, nice support level here. As soon as we broke that level there, it's a key level here. It's ripped up. So I'll be looking, ideally what I want to see, if you look at, I mean, ideally what I want to see is, I don't want to see this block given in. So if I mark this out, right, where did this come in? This could be one of those pairs that just takes out from the open. Yeah, ideally I want to see a stop rate before the next leg up, because this has been quite strong, right? There's two scenarios for this. Ideally, either it comes into here, drop down, takes out this stop here, and then rips up. So what I'll wait for, I'd have to wait for bullish PA. I'd have to wait for bullish PA. If I don't get that bullish PA, and then the next scenario is if this doesn't hold, they're gonna want to take, maybe they want to come low and take these stops out. Okay, I'm not sure where I want to get on board. Ideally here, and if I get that bullish PA here, you know, bullish blocks getting respected, support, you know, support forming, and price breaking to the upside, then I'll know the lows in, and then I'll go for the long to the upside. And then, you know, as long as I know where my target is, that's fine. Yeah, so that's what I would like to see. Kiwi, I prefer Aussie rather than Kiwi. Aussie's looking clearer to me. I do think Kiwi's gonna go up as well, but Aussie's looking clearer based on Aussie New Zealand. Yeah, I think Aussie New Zealand's trying to push up now, and it's probably trying to reach for this level here. So that's what 100 pips from current market. So if I'm going to take a long on Aussie or Kiwi, I want to choose Aussie instead. Okay, so that's that. So going into the Euro Aussie, I think this is going down, and I think it's going to go down due to Aussie strength more than Euro weakness. I'm thinking that Euro's going to consolidate a bit, because Euro's the one that's been having the big move up, and usually I've noticed they take it in turns. So Euro goes up, pound first was pound was ripping, then you down here, right? If I'm big rallies in the pound, then you get in the Euro, pound pauses a bit, Euro takes over. Then you notice now Euro and pound have sort of slowed down a bit. Aussie and Kiwi are taking over now, so it's their turn. And reason why, well, you can see just to manipulate these Euro, the exotics. Okay, so if you look on the daily, if we go into the weekly, we'll start at the monthly, right? So we've taken up previous month's high. Where's the target gonna be? Previous month's low. Okay, target one. Let's mark out this low, 144426. So if I see a bit thing, well, I'm just so tired right now. Daily, we still got that block there. So let me finish off the monthly. So monthly, we come up into this monthly block here. We've taken out the stops here. So if you look on the weekly, we've taken out these stops here, right? Going on to the daily, yeah. So resistance, then broke above, poked its head up. Where did it go into? Here, this block here. I actually marked this out in previous market reviews, and now I think it's gonna go down. Accumulation here. If you mark this out here, so that high there. If you go to the low time frame, that here, now it's using previous resistances, supports as previous resistance level as resistance again. Resistance, resistance, breakout, accumulate, up, resistance again. And what I'll be looking for is move into this day. I don't think this is gonna hold. We've still got this gap to fill in here, so the close is here, so I think we're gonna fill this in. So target one's gonna be this. I don't think this is gonna hold, but we'll see. I'd like to see a big smash through that, and then this low here, this low there. So from current prices, it's 240 odd ticks, 375, and then whatever. So on a weekly basis, you know, we can see we're turning bearish. On a daily level, I'm not. So I had this area. I really wanted this to show, but couldn't get an entry. And then when I didn't look at it, that's when it sold off. So ideally, if you can get any rally up, so I'm a bit in two minds where ideally, if you can just, I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna wait for price to unfold, right? I'll wait for price to unfold. I'll wait for idea. I want to rip up, so to form like so. Say we open here, the weekly candle, right? I'll let the weekly high settle in. Let it come into the weekly, and then so say this is the weekly high. Once it gets back below here, and here we've formed solid resistance level above the weekly open, then use that to look for an expansion and mainly trade the body of the candle to the expansion to the downside. So because this dirty price of me is not really clear to me. I mean, it's just a grind down here. I want to see a big pop up, take out some weak stops, and then look to get on board. So they used this here this consolidation here. I don't want to see price go above here. If it goes above here, most likely my ID is invalidated. So you got this cluster price action here. So maybe here, you know, I look for move up into there. But I'm not bothered about picking the high or low. It doesn't matter. Just form the high. Once the high is in, we start seeing breakdown, then it'll clear. And as long as you know where price you're looking, most likely looking to target, that's all that matters really. And that level there lines up with what that 4-hour block here. Okay. So this is a nice area I'll be looking for shorts if you can get up there. If not, and it starts breaking below this low, then I'll be looking to get below this low then. So either way, I'm not bothered. It doesn't matter. But oh, it has to be this high here. It doesn't matter. Just let it unfold. What supports this idea is Euro New Zealand as well. Same idea. Same idea. Look for shorts. Fill this gap in. Monthly. Look at that. Look at that monthly candle. So what's going to want to target? Fill the rest of this candle in and take out this here. So we go to the monthly or previous month's open. My two, just on the monthly candle, these are going to be my targets. From there, target 1, 248 pips and 330 pips. Going on to what supports that idea also, this here, this accumulation here led to the rip up. So stops are going to be resting what? Below this accumulation level here. These two candle lines are what? The monthly, previous month's open and low. See how you line everything together now. This shows weakness, then we've got all this to fill in. Okay, so that's what we look for. The big stops are going to be resting below here, and we've got this gap here as well that hasn't been filled in. So that's that. Euro CAD supporting the same thing, you know. Going to the monthly, you know, this is looking bearish as fuck. Weekly, yep, there is resistance. The key resistance level here led to a 540 pip sell off. So expect price to come into here. If it breaks, smashes through here, then it's game over. And it's going to be wanting to look for this gap fill here. So all the Euro crosses really are looking for, well, Euro Aussie, Euro CAD and Euro New Zealand. I look for this. And usually when these pairs go down, EM pairs go up. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for here. I'm not gonna, obviously not gonna trade all the Euro crosses. I'm gonna be looking for the best ones to take. So once the week opens, ideally I don't want price to go above here, so I'll see how price unfolds. Like I said, same strategy. Wait for the open, price to move up above it. Once it gets below it, then once I know the highs in, and once all the other Euro crosses line up. So a nice thing to do is have all the Euro crosses up and just look at all of them and then decide which one is the best to take. Personally, I think Euro Aussie is going to be the best one personally, or Euro CAD out of the Euro crosses. And then once they all look like they're topping and coming into a key resistance level at the same time, then chances are, you know, the top could probably be in. So if all of them are saying the similar thing, then that I use as a confirmation. So that's that done. Dollar CAD. Yeah, looking at Dollar CAD, I mean, I'm thinking these lows here now. I spoke about Dollar CAD shorts from here and just frustrated I didn't get on board. Reviewed reasons of how I could have gone on board here, but yeah, whatever. So I think ideally I don't want price to go above this high. I want this high to be priced in. So if I mark it out, early retest of this, so that's the low to the open. What's that in the lower time frame? This candle here. I don't want this high to be taken. Okay, so see how price opens this next week, and where I'm going to be targeting is, I don't think this low is going to hold. And I mentioned before, the commercials are heavily not long the CAD, so Dollar CAD down. So if I go to the monthly, yeah, I mean we're starting to go below this. This is going to be my target here, these lows here. Okay, so the low here is 129.795, which lines up with commodity currencies strengthening. Those start strengthening together. It's good correlation. So yeah, so I'll just mark out here to here. Okay, those are going to be my targets. But ideally I'm not really looking for Dollar CAD to trade. I'm looking for the yen pairs are my main ones. Dollar yen is the main one for me, and possibly Euro Aussie. those two are the main ones. I mean, euro dollar is between two. It's just not clear for me. I think what they'll do is just hold the euro to let the euro Aussie and euro New Zealand and euro CAD to fall. Cable, I just have no idea what the fuck this wants to do. I really wanted to drop into here, and then to be honest, I have no clue what this wants, and so it's trapped here. I mean, support, but the way it's looking, I mean, look at these dirty candles here, man. It's in consolidation mode, so makes sense because people say why is cable not moving, why is euro not moving. A lot of people, they don't look at the crosses. For them to move the crosses, ideally they need to hold one of the majors and let the other one move. That's the best way. And looking at pound Aussie, looks like it wants to go lower. So if I do yeah, pound Aussie, the way it's looking to me, it's gonna want to fill this in. So I think they're gonna hold the cable and euro probably, and then let the Aussie and Kiwi rip. And just because dollar doesn't move doesn't mean the other pairs can't move. I mean, look at with all the dollar strength that's happening. Dollar CAD didn't give a fuck. Dollar CAD was just moving down. So commodity strength I'm looking for, and yen weakness, two main ones. So what would be the best pairs to go long? Aussie and CAD yen. Whichever gives me the clearest price action, but ideally I want dollar yen. Dollar yen is as I've explained, supported by the Nikkei and gold and silver. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, and let's see how price unfolds going into the week.